Foot on the Line. My bad. Foot on the Line released a video. I don't know who this guy is. Kendrick Perkins disrespects Luka and Jokic again. Yeah, man. Shout out to Foot on the Line type shit for the video.
So, Kendrick Perkins and the good people out there at ESPN decided to make a list of the top 5 offensive players in the NBA right now. And boy, oh boy, did they get it wrong. As usual, too.
There we go at number 5, Jason Tatum. The man just hit 10,000 points. He's averaging 30 right now. No Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is gone. New team, no problem. He is a walking bucket. 0 flaws in his games. You want the hezzy pull up, he got it.
So let's pause it out the gate.
Yes, sir.
To say that Jason Tatum has no flaws, crazy. Especially because we're talking about offense, not as a scorer. As a scorer, that's a more understandable take. Offensive player, not so much, especially when we talk about somebody who has questionable handles, not that great of a passer, especially comparable to like other top, offensive players in the league. Out the gate, this is already a bad list because since there's only 5 spots, that means that somebody who should be on this list is not going to be on this list.
There we go. Joel Embiid. No Harden, no problem. Led the league last 2 seasons in score.
Yeah, I got nothing to say on Jason Tatum, man. Listen. He is a flawed offensive player. Definitely flawed. Has a turnover problem. Streaky 3-point shooter. Has a foul baiting problem. So, listen, man. I ain't gonna act like my guy's flawless. So.
Going right now, the man is averaging 32.
Not bad. I think Embiid is a top 5 offensive player. Something that Perkins has not said, unfortunately, about Embiid is that his processing speed is better. He seems like he's making better reads. To be fair, though, to Coach Nick Nurse, I think Nurse's ad.
I wouldn't expect Kendrick Perkins to say his processing speed is better. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just. I don't think that's in KP's bag, bro. If one of these fucking clips I hear Kendrick Perkins saying Joel Embiid's processing speed got better, hey man, I'm gonna give Kendrick Perkins a fucking credit.
Way more player movement, much more fluidity offensively, which has aided Joel Embiid in that capacity. But it is great to see that Embiid as a passer, someone who's reading defenses, is much more fluid now than he has been over the past 2 to 3 years now. I have no problem with Embiid being top 5. I actually have no problem with him even being number 4. But there's only 3 spots left. And unless one player is left off, which I highly doubt is going to happen, there's no way Perkins gets this right. No way.
Bam!
There we go. Jokic.
Wakanda forever.
Jokic, the big fella. He's number 3.
I should have known that Jokic is not.
Here go Jokic. Here go Jokic. I ain't gonna lie. When I was watching them playoff PC episodes, he was looking like a Nuggets fan out there, man. I ain't gonna lie. Here go Jokic.
Not going to be number 1. I should have known. I should have known.
What he's doing right now, MVP type
Legend
season,
of Nuggets.
MVP type numbers.
Hey, Legend of Nuggets is crazy, bro. Not too much, bro. Because the double entendre is crazy.
Doing it in all fashion. Has 0 flaws for a center. Has actually changed the game at the center position with his ability to pass, the best passing big in the game. I got Jokic at number 3, and he got a tray ball out this world.
Yeah, me and Richard are on the same level. Jokic is running off one of the greatest offensive peaks we've ever seen. So to claim that he's not even the number 1 or 2 is insane. But let's see. Let's see who Perkins has ahead of him. Let's just see.
Not at number 2.
Oh, wait a second. Richard, your face on this one.
It's cool.
Okay,
it's
all
cool.
right.
He's not part of this. I'm standing on.
You know what's crazy about these ESPN segments? And I understand in actuality, I think it's a time constraint thing. They don't even explain why this player is over this player. They just say the numbers and just explain why this dude is good at whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the explanations that he's given so far, he's not explaining why Jokic is better than Embiid, why Embiid is better than Tatum. He's just saying, at number 3, I got NIKOLA Jokic, and just explains Jokic's offensive game. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
He's not part of this. I'm standing on business today. And at number 2, I would not disrespect the guys that have been carrying the torch for 10 years plus. Run it. Bam!
I'm not mad at Steph being ahead of Jokic.
I'm not mad at Steph at 2. I'm not mad at Steph at 2.
But in my opinion, Steph is
I think I might have Steph at 2. Dead ass.
the only player who can make the argument that he's a better offensive player than Jokic. Right now, I don't think that he is, but I can listen to that argument more than anyone else. And I think that Perkins is also going to make a very solid argument as well. Curry is like one of the very few players who's like immense level offensive value, even when he doesn't have the ball in his hand. So I have to give it to Steph, yes. But the fact that there's one more player ahead of Steph is crazy. I'm assuming it's Luka, because Luka is like the
L-bait, bro. L-bait.
the only obvious answer here. Luka has to be like number one. That makes the most sense.
Standing on business even more. Bam! Kevin Durant.
Oh, shit.
Like, what? I swear, people think that I hate KD, but it's not KD. It's stupid arguments like this.
Oh,
You're
shit.
telling me that you believe that Kevin Durant is the best offensive player in the league right now? When there are two other players.
Is he even better than D-Book? Y'all even thinking about, is he the best offensive player on his own team? God.
Who are scoring just as many points as he does, just as efficiently as he does, but are noticeably better passers and playmakers than he is. But KD's hey, if I call Perkins, something phobia, then I would be the bad guy. But you tell me, how is that even possible? I actually don't even know what's worse. That you think that Kevin Durant is a better offensive player than Jokic, or the fact that Luka Doncic isn't even on the list.
Oh, shit.
KD, top 5 offensive player, I have no problem with that. That's starting to be debatable in some capacity, but still, I have no problem with that. I think between him and Joel Embiid, 4th and 5th. But the top 3 offensive players are very easily Jokic, Curry, then Luka. Those are the 3 players who are peak level at scoring, peak level at passing, and peak level at playmaking. All the aspects, the advantage creation, all those things that you would need for an offensive weapon, all 3 of them do it at a very, very high level. You cannot say that about a Joel Embiid. You cannot say that about Kevin Durant. You certainly can't say the passing aspect for Jason Tatum. No.
The dick suck. The dick suck. But you have KD at 5. The dick suck. Let me not get in my bag. Let me not get in my bag, man. I ain't gonna lie. Because the fact that you even said I'm not mad at KD at 5, but Tatum, God.
KD, in my opinion, is quickly becoming one of the most overrated players in the NBA. Doesn't mean that he's bad. Doesn't mean that he's not one of the top 10 players in the league. Doesn't mean that. But what it does mean is that people tend to rate him and rank him higher than where he actually belongs. Kevin Durant.
Incoming Twitter space. I ain't gonna lie. I could feel it in the air. KD gonna come in another Twitter space.
Being a better offensive player than Steph, Jokic, and Luka is criminal. Literally, Jokic and KD and Devin Booker were on the floor with one another in the postseason. Kevin Durant wasn't. You can argue Jamal Murray might have been a better offensive player in that series. But KD didn't look better than Devin Booker or Jokic in that series. Yet, he gets the benefit of the doubt. Not only am I going to ignore that, I'm going to ignore the other run the year before that against the Boston Celtics. And I'm going to sit here and still claim that Kevin Durant is the best offensive player in the league.
You know why KD is up here?
Why?
This is a guy that could actually lead the league in scoring every single season. This is the best offensive player to ever
look at RJ. Look at RJ's face. Look at RJ's face.
touch the basketball.
What? No. No, he did not just say no. No way he just said that Kevin Durant is the no. I misheard that. No, he did not say he was the best offensive player to ever touch a basketball. Look at Richard Jefferson's face. I'm with you. Yeah. Hey, RJ, I'm with you, bro, because this is nothing but shenanigans.
Have you seen LeBron James?
Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron James? Have you seen LeBron
Nah.
And guess what he's averaging right now? 30.
Yo, how many players are actually averaging 30? He's making.
No, this is funny though. This is funny, man. I ain't gonna lie. Because the amount of players averaging 30 now is crazy. Look at 23, bro. We're in a league where averaging 23 doesn't put you at top 20, dog. This league is insane scoring wise, bro. And I can't even see it because he's covering the screen. But I'm pretty sure at this point in time, Paul George is averaging 28. Tyrese Maxey's averaging like 27. And they're at 11, 12. So we're in a league where 27, 28 points a game ain't cracking top 10, dog. Oh, my God.
Making it seem as if like there's like one or two players. How many players are actually averaging 30 early on? Okay, so you got Embiid, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry. As I'm recording this video right now, KD's actually not averaging 30, but I'm pretty sure at some point of the season he was. Jokic is right next to him as well. And the player who actually is second in scoring right now, Luka Doncic, who's averaging 31.5, isn't on the list. I don't really see how 30 really matters when there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 players who are giving you 30 points. So you would have to be doing more than 30 for you to make this argument. Matter of fact, even last season, Embiid averaged 30, Luka averaged 32. Again, the man who's not even...
3 motherfuckers averaged 32 last That just hit me, bro. 3 dudes averaged 32 plus last season? That is insane, bro. God damn.
On the list, Dame averaged 32. Shea averaged 31. Giannis averaged 31. Tatum averaged 31. So that's 6 players who are giving you 30 or more. Now, I'm not saying that averaging 30 isn't impressive, but if you're telling me, oh, he's averaging 30, he's averaging 30, if that's your point to why he's number one, that doesn't make any sense when there's consistently been 5 to 6 players averaging 30 for the past 2 seasons. So you have to do more than that to be a top 5 offensive weapon in the league if there's 5 to 6 other players doing what you're doing as well. So that doesn't fly. That's a terrible argument. And you sitting here telling me about, oh man, he's been doing this for a decade and he can always put up the XYZ, da-da-da-da. You could say the same thing about Jokic. Jokic could average more points. Actually, he did that in the postseason. Actually, Jokic, for essentially 3 postseason runs, has averaged 30. Jokic's production, scoring, passing, playmaking efficiency, more or less is all carried over to the postseason to historic heights. So Jokic could easily average more than he does. Curry could easily average more than he does. Jason Tatum, there's several players who sacrifice the scoring production that they do. They can easily...
Why does he want to say it, bruh? Say his name! Jason Wardell Tatum. I don't even know his middle name. Say it, legend. Say it with confidence, with conviction. God.
Average
Christopher. Yeah, Christopher.
Points. Maybe not in the same various ways, and I'm not going to act as if like, Luka, his accuracy and efficiency.
Wardell is crazy. Yo, Wardell is crazy. My bad.
With KD, I think that, even though Jokic's accuracy is on par with KD's accuracy, the volume of like mid-range shooting isn't on par. Right, so those are all things that you could very well argue if we're talking about scorers. But we're not, though, Perk. Again, scoring is a very important aspect of offense. I'm not trying to downplay it at all. But you got to do more than just score when you're putting him in conversations with other players who are also giving you similar production and efficiency when it comes to the volume of scoring and the accuracy of the scoring that is being done, such as Curry and Jokic. If they're providing other things, passing, playmaking, offensive rebounds, off-ball movement, screen setting, all of those other aspects that makes these players just much better offensive players than KD, then you just standing on, oh, he can average 30 when there's other players who also average 30. That's not enough.
When you look at Jokic, I beg someone to find something that he is not, an A- at. across the board. Passing, we know he's that. Ball handling, especially for a center. We've seen the big guy lead the break. We've seen him do dribble handoffs. If you look at three-point shooting, he shot 40+%. If you look at on the offensive glass, he creates extra shots. There is not a post-up. He can beat you just on post-ups. He can beat you just with his passing, his three-point shots. We know his float game, left, right hand. Just to me, there is no flaw in Jokic's game, and I can't say that about any other player on that list that he just showed.
Because I floated Steph Curry, and you said he doesn't have a post-up game.
Doesn't have a, and that's again,
and that's not
6'3".
Yeah, but you just sat there and said, "Oh, he's 6'3". Oh, okay, he's 6'3", and that's fine. Jokic is 7 feet tall, and he's a better passer than Curry. Jokic is 7 feet tall, and he's just as good, if not better, than Curry in transition. Those are things that 7-footers should not be better than.
I'm gonna need to hear the argument on that.
Guards then at all,
better in
but
transition?
He's better than him at that. That's
It's gonna
why
have to be
he
like
would be in the
break starting.
conversation of the best offensive player, because even for him.
Hey, shout out to Fabrizu for the sub, man. Fabrizu, tier 1 sub. Appreciate y'all. 7 away from a DJ controller. Type shit.
His size, he does things just as good as other players at other positions that normally he shouldn't be as good as those players are. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we really shouldn't even be having a conversation on if Jokic is or is not the best offensive player in this association, because in my opinion, it's obvious he is. What we should be having a conversation is, where does Jokic's offensive peak ranks amongst other players? That's what we should be having a conversation about. And actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm probably gonna do that on my main channel. That's gonna be my next upload, because this really shouldn't even be a conversation. The audacity of even claiming that Kevin Durant, this version of KD too, on top of that, is a better offensive player.
I'll check that out. I'll check that out. Hold on.
It's actually never been.
I
personally do not believe there's been a moment in Kevin Durant's career where he's been a better offensive player than this version of Jokic. I don't see it at all.
Do you know it's actually a stat out there when it comes down to 2-point field goal percentage, like in the paint? Like Steph Curry is an all-time great, like up there with Elijah One and Shaq.
I can't stand. Oh my God, I cannot stand when people like only know like a part of the stat. They don't know the full context of the stat, and so now they're using like these very warped and just skewed stats to make arguments for them. Is Steph Curry, from an accuracy level, his percentages ridiculously high in some seasons, and even, I mean, just in general, it's like pretty ridiculously high? Sure. Oh, absolutely.
For context?
Absolutely. Would you then compare it to what Shaq and Hakeem Olajuwon are doing? No, you wouldn't, because that's dumb. That's like me saying that Jokic is just as good as a mid-range shooter as Kevin Durant, when Jokic is taking like 2 middies and KD's attempting like 7 a game. Are you crazy? That's like me saying, oh, PJ Tucker,
he's going crazy.
he's
I ain't
shooting
gonna
like
lie.
3% from 3, just like Steph Curry. Are you dumb? You would never make that.
Yeah, I think the bad part about the list, more than anything, is just KD at 1, bro. And again, this is all respect to KD being KD, but at this point in his career, him being the best offensive player in the league, 1, I don't think that was ever the case. But number 2, specifically at this point in his career, it's just not it, bro. There's just other players who are better than him. Like it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Because right now he is averaging 30, 50, 40, 85. Pretty much a 50, 40. Like this is KD. You know what I'm saying? No one is saying KD is not great. But when you look at a player like Jokic, essentially what I'm saying is averaging 30, like what Lo was saying, averaging 30 is not enough, bro. When there are other players who can average 30 and give you elite passing and playmaking ability. You know what I'm saying? When there are players who can average 30 and be elite off ball. You know? So, and when there's, I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Other players averaging 30 on just better efficiency. like, I think that's Tatum's case this year. 30 ball on better efficiency and better passer than you. Better passer than you. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And then when we talk about, you know, there's also other players who can provide maybe not 30, but they can give you 25. Probably give you 6 assists, and then they elevate in the playoffs. Unlike KD, who has for the last 2 seasons it's gone down a little bit in the playoffs. So it's no hard feelings. In terms of that ranking, I'd probably go Jokic at 1, Curry at 2, Luka at 3. I'd probably go Embiid at 4, Tatum at 5. I think we're disrespecting D-Book in this discussion because I personally think D-Book could even give Jason Tatum a run at that 5 spot. So I will do the due diligence of putting D-Book in this conversation as well. And maybe I'm blanking on some other players. Who else am I blanking on? Shea. I think Shea is also in this conversation. The stats don't back it up this season because I think Shea's taken a little bit of a step back, but I think Shea is in this conversation as well. And then I think we go KD. And then I think we go KD. So yeah, KD's still in that top 8 range. He's still in that top 8 range, but definitely closer to 5 than 1. Trae Young, no, I can't go Trae Young. LeBron, height 6'9", weight 250. LeBron, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. These 5 assists is fluky as fuck because I know LeBron could do better. They're just not playing him at fucking point. I'd give the edge to KD compared to LeBron so far, but yeah.
Argument. So why would you dare even make that argument for Curry and being in the same stratosphere as a finisher as Shaquille O'Neal?
I'm not sitting up here debating. Like, if it was your list, I wouldn't be mad.
I'm not debating.
Hold on, no. Listen, just calm down. I wouldn't be mad if you had Jokic at number 1.
Oh, no. And this is why old people cannot, and I'm not old. I know I'm 30. I'm not old, so chill out.
Wait,
this is the reason.
He's 30? I didn't know that.
Why y'all cannot use the vibes, the slogans, the lingo. Y'all ain't got the same tongue. Pause. Because y'all don't even know what y'all saying. Bro, you said stand on business on every single last pick. That means that this is what you truly believe and you're willing to argue on it because you standing on business. You standing on it, so stand on it. And my humble thoughts, if I had to get top 5 offensive players, it would be Joel Embiid, 5th.
Oh, wow. Whoa. That's scary. I thought, Joel Embiid at 1.
4th, Luka 3rd, Steph 2nd, Jokic 1. And also, I just think that we shouldn't even be having a conversation on if Jokic is or is not the best offensive player in the league, because I think that he clearly is. The better conversation we should be having is, where does this offensive peak rank amongst other all-time great players? This version of who Jokic is offensively, is it better than peak Steph? Is it better than peak LeBron, peak MJ, peak Magic Johnson, peak Steph Curry, peak Kobe Bryant? I think that's a much better conversation to be had. But what ends up happening is, because so many people in the media, especially Kendrick Perkins, were so behind on the Jokic bandwagon, they're now trying to do some catching up, and to be fair to Perk and people like Nick Wright, they're trying to give him his credit. But the conversation should not be, is he the best or not best offensive player in the league? It should be, where does his offensive standing and as a player, where does it rank amongst all-time great players? And I'm actually going to do that on my main channel. So
I think he's overthinking that part of this conversation. I think what happened was okay. We're on for 30 minutes, Perk. Let's do a segment of you doing your top 5 offensive players in the league, Perk. And okay, Perk, this is your top 5. All right, just as long as you're willing to stand on business, go say it. That's ultimately what it is. That's ultimately what it is. Like, I think they'll have those conversations at another time. But for that, just that specific segment, the segment was about Perk's top 5 offensive list.